Hey guys, welcome to our latest episode of the Kansas City Cast. Today we have Quinton and Julie Smith of 3Q1 Prints. Julie is a good friend of mine from high school, and her husband Barry as well. And their son Quinton started a very cool 3D printing business. So we're super excited to have them on the podcast. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. Awesome. So why don't you just start by telling us, how did you wind up starting a 3D printing business?
So basically, whenever I was in like 5th grade, my cousin he lives in like Colorado, he bought a 3D printer, and I thought it was like pretty cool. So I asked my parents if I could get a 3D printer, and they both said no. So then I eventually just saved up money from like mowing my grandma's lawn and stuff to buy my own printer. So I did, and it was like a real basic 3D printer, but I'd like make little keychains and like fidgets and stuff for my friends at school.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for killing all the good ideas, right?
That's right.
Incredible. Awesome. Well, that's very cool. And we have some of Quinton's stuff here that he's made. So we'll maybe talk a little bit more about some of that stuff. But before we get there, you've collaborated with some pretty cool people around Kansas City. Why don't you tell us a little bit about maybe start with our friend Tealman here.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about?
So I don't really know the story. What was the story?
It's been a team effort, so our whole family is involved. So
Yeah.
Zeke is our number one salesman, and he's 9 years old, but
Sounds
he is not scared of anything. So basically, he wanted, if you've been to a KC Current game, the Tealman is there, like hyping everyone up in the crowd, handing out stickers, trading cards. And so Zeke wanted to give him something back. So he wanted to go give him a keychain. So he went and gave him a little keychain. And Tealman, like, I will never forget this moment because Zeke immediately started asking him questions, and he just like got down on his level and answered. Like, there's all these people around him wanting pictures and wanting his attention, and he just got down, had a face-to-face conversation with Zeke, and answered everything like so kind. So we were at the game, we're like, yeah, we should put his face on YouTube. We want to do that. So I just reached out on Instagram, and he was all for it, and we came up with a graphic. He loved it, and I kind of explained what our business is and that we want to give back to the community through anything that we sell. So was there anything really meaningful to him that, if we're selling something with his face on it, what does he want to give back to? And he was a band teacher. So he wanted to give back to Band of Angels because they like instruments for underprivileged kids. So that was awesome. Like, he was all for it. He didn't want any money. Sure, use what I'm doing. He just had their own and make people feel good too. So yeah, it's been a really cool partnership. And it keeps growing and growing. So
that's awesome.
Cool to see.
It's very fun. And Julie, you might have the coolest title I've ever heard. So what is your title in the business?
Chief Mom Officer. Quentin was just making fun of the other day because I was like business talk. I was like, oh, the CMO said this. And he's like, oh, wow, they have a Chief Mom Officer too?
Right.
Like, oh, it means different things in the business world.
That's incredible. And how else is the family involved? You said the whole family is in on the business, yeah?
Yeah, how is everyone involved? You?
So I have two brothers, the 9-year-old who's like our lead salesman, and my 13-year-old brother. We have like a shirt press, so he likes making shirts and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How's Daddy involved? He hired himself as HR because owning a business with your teenage son, you can see that sometimes we might not always agree on things. So if HR has to get involved.
That is amazing. I love that.
Yes.
That's perfect. Barry's the perfect fit for that role.
Yes. I feel like in the last year, like he was really needed at the beginning, but I think there's been a lot of trust and growth on both sides where we haven't needed HR as much.
That's
incredible. Yeah. So how did you go from kind of making keychains and things for your friends to I'm going to launch a full-on business here where now I'm going to sell these and make these publicly?
So it started at like the Chiefs parade we did. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, the Super Bowl?
Yeah, the Super Bowl parade. And we printed out like hundreds of keychains, and we were just selling them to people, going up asking if they wanted any keychains. So we sold about like $400 worth, or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then at the very end, we saw this guy who's in like all Chiefs gear and stuff. So we just handed him a keychain to like make him happy, and like we didn't think anything of it. And then later that week, He posted about it online about like, hey, where could I get more keychains and stuff? And then the post just like blew up and lots of people wanted it.
That's cool. Dude,
Yeah.
what was the specific keychain? Is it sitting here or no?
It was like this keychain, like the Red Kingdom,
So
but
you
it was
got that
all
little
yellow.
arrowhead with the
Mhm.
yeah. Man,
That's really
that's
fun.
so cool.
That is awesome. So did you guys have name and all that figured out at that point? Was that all the parade and all that happened before you said, hey, let's really launch this thing officially?
I already started making like a small like Google site that I would just like share with my friends, but whenever like the post blew up and we had like hundreds of orders, we set up like a real website
Yeah.
in like a week. So yeah.
That's awesome. And is most of your business now from the website? Do people order online, or do you sell in person anywhere?
We have a couple like places that we sell keychains. I forgot. It was the
Well, we do like a pop-up shop at our local coffee shop, and then Storied and Liberty. And then we're partnering also with some bigger names coming soon.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so we're
Right.
That's
pretty
awesome.
exciting. A lot of its orders come from like wholesale orders, like Children's Mercy will buy a bulk order, or the Urban Youth Academy, or it just
Yeah.
depends. Like we were just making things for DECA and FBLA, the future business leaders. It's been real, just anyone and everyone can order. We can make anyone's
Yeah.
logo. So
That's so cool.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Jared, real
Yep.
exciting.
If you've been a client of mine, your key will come on a keychain printed by 3Q1 Prints.
So we still get some website hits, but I'd say most of them are wholesale or bulk orders.
Well, it's very cool.
Yeah. Well, how did that partnership with Children's Mercy come about?
I don't know. So basically, whenever my youngest brother was born, he had to be in the hospital for a while, and there's just like a lot of people that at the hospital that helped us out. So we had the idea to like give them keychains and stuff and donate to them, and then they just wanted more and more fidgets and stuff, so we just kept giving them stuff, and yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of like experiences that have kind of shaped our perspective and our
Yeah.
giving back when we're able to, because we've been on the recipient end of and understand that maybe physically people don't look like they're going time, but know that
Yeah.
they're like could be like falling into crumbles.
Yeah.
And we just want to make sure we're taking care of our community best we can when we can, because we know that it's not always the case.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zeke he was transferred to Children's Hospital when he was born, there for several weeks, and had several surgeries in and out, and diagnosed with a rare disease. And we are there frequently, so he likes to keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
So we should see the incredible work they do. And then I actually used to work at Children's. Multiple of my sisters did, and we kind of specifically being in the medical field, but working with children, it kind of takes a toll on you. And you can't really give back to nurses or doctors. That's against the rules. So we decided when Quinton went viral that we were going to give back specifically for the staff. And we've been partnering with the Center for Wellbeing and able to donate to their Wellbeing Up Wheels cart and fidgets and stickers, and then funds to help them like buy snacks and everything for the staff there.
That's awesome.
Do you have a certain percentage of sales that you kind of allocate to charities, things like that?
We are very, again, we did not expect to have a business all in our lives. So initially we didn't know what to do, and we're just like, give it all back.
Yeah.
So initially he did $2,500 for to open an account, and then he saved $25,000 over the next 5 years to a specific account for the Center for Wellbeing.
That's incredible.
But we just do like random donations
Yeah.
if we can, or like
That's great.
this last week you want to tell them about what you did for Random Act of Kindness Day?
For Random Act of Kindness Day, that was like last week, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. There's like a local Staples near us that was closing, so and like a lot of stuff was on sale. So we bought a bunch of notebooks that were on sale, and then we donated them to places that we needed. I think we donated around like 600
Oh,
notebooks.
wow.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I'm not the best at keeping track of how much, but during certain months we'll do 50% or like make a difference. May I know that's a certain percent.
Awesome.
Otherwise, we try to do 50%. If it is our Tillman or like specifically, all profits go to that. So we just do like
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
to just cover costs.
That's awesome.
That's very cool. Quinton, what has been the most surprising part or maybe the coolest part of running the business so far?
One cool part that I like about the business is like seeing all the different printers and stuff that I could get and like to expand the business.
And so how many printers are you up to these days?
We have 7 printers right now.
7. Wow. That's
Do you still
amazing.
have that first one you got when you were in 5th grade?
We have it, it's just not like we're not using it right now.
That makes sense. I'm sure
Yeah.
at some point you get to a certain level of production and hey, you got to upgrade to a better thing. Man, that's so cool.
But he does have plans for. Is that the one that you made into a laser engraver? Okay.
Yeah.
So he modified that one, and then you want to talk about before he went viral. You have this like a goal for that year, and it hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna happen.
So basically there's this like project I've seen that I wanted to do. Is basically you turn an old 3D printer and turn it into a machine that like takes plastic bottles and it turns into like the filament you can print with. So yeah, I've been trying to make that.
That's awesome. And so what do you need to make that happen at this point?
I basically I think I have all the stuff I need right now. It's just the time, I guess, to put it together.
Sure, that's true. As you've blown up and gotten busier and busier, the time is hard to come by, I'm sure.
That's awesome. And I know you have spent some time talking to other kids about businesses. If I remember correctly, I saw you were in Colorado a couple times to do that. How did those kind of come about? And yeah, tell us about that.
Did like a speaking thing last year. I like spoke in front of a crowd of like a bunch of teachers, and there's someone there that wanted me to speak for like another event in front of like more teachers in Colorado. So I wanted to do that. And then my aunt, who's a business teacher in Colorado, she said that she asked if I wanted to like come teach her class about like my business and like my story and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's very cool.
So you're helping to teach this class to this high schoolers, or
Yeah, it's like all high school ages, I'm pretty sure.
that's incredible, man. That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. He bought a new printer so that he could put it together with them. So like showed them step by step how to do it so that they feel confident and go home and make their own printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't good excuse to buy a car. Right? I gotta upgrade. Let's know how this works. That's awesome.
I think that is his favorite phrase. Business expense. Business expense.
Exactly, right? That's the way to do it.
That's incredible. So, man, all this stuff here looks really cool. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite thing you make?
I really like the fidgets that we make. Like the star fidget's pretty cool. Yeah.
I did not realize that did that. Now I want to play with it the rest of the episode.
I know the fact that you 3D printed that is just like mind blowing to me. So that's very cool.
How did you? Is that like a specific design that you came up with, or is that did it already exist? And you, hey, how do I take this and make it?
So some of our fidgets, like this one and like the cube, those like already exist and like anyone could print, but almost all except for like one, I think, of the keychains we make ourselves. So
That's cool. What does that design process look like? Is there software that you go in and design everything before you print it, and kind of who heads that up? Is that primarily you that does the bulk of the design work?
me and my mom, we do a lot of like the keychains and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
And we also have a lot of our community. Like basically when it went viral, everyone jumped in and helped us like in the department that they were good at, whether it's packaging or graphics or website or
Yeah.
our friend is a lawyer and helped him set up the LLC. Like
Oh yeah.
all the things, which was incredible. And we have someone that helps us with graphics. So we can do a lot with my minimal knowledge of what these stuff. But some of our more like this design reached out to our friend that does
Sure.
graphics and he came up with it and then we turned it into a 3D image.
So maybe before we hop to our rapid fire questions, what do you see kind of the future of the business going forward? I mean, you're 15, you still have a lot of life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I'd like to get more printers, I guess. Like
Yeah.
get a bunch of printers and expand, probably like donate some more stuff too.
That's awesome. And Julie, are these all like in your garage or?
Yeah, we're gonna have to expand the shop too. Right now we're in our sub basement. We're
Okay.
super lucky that we had that space in our house, and we also have like a detached garage. So if we need to move out there and renovate that, we could. So we've got some options. Yeah, everything that's been happening the last couple of years really just feels very much like meant to be, or something's coming together here.
all kind of falling into place.
It's all falling
Yeah.
into place. The things and the people in the community from either Kansas City or out the world that had supported him and reached out and connected, like it really just helps like realize that how much like we are connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, 6 degrees, 7 degrees. I think it's
Yeah.
closer than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in Kansas City, right?
Yeah. Especially in Kansas City, for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, just incredible partnerships. And Quinton has always been really forward thinking. So a lot of the money that he makes, he just puts right back into the business, and he's seen how that's helped things grow. So I'm grateful for that, because what 15-year-old or even
Yeah.
adult
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That way. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's incredible.
But yeah, there's been some crazy things that have happened this year. You want to talk about like any of the cool trips or anything that you've got to take with your business?
Yeah.
One of the trips was I forgot what it was called.
You're talking to LA?
Mhm.
Okay, Jingle Bell Ball?
Oh yeah. We made keychains for the Jingle Bell Ball in LA last year. And they basically said, like, hey, could you make keychains for this event that's in like a month or something? We said, yeah. And it was like 1,000 keychains or something like that.
God.
It took
People were like that.
took us a while to print all the things. For 1,000 keychains, probably like 2 weeks or something like that to print all of them.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Of just like constant,
And that's
like,
with 7 printers.
At that time, I don't know if we had.
Oh,
sure.
That's
But
fair enough.
yeah. But yeah, still.
And-
I mean, now we can ramp it up pretty
Yeah.
quickly. Like
Yeah.
1,000, no problem.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And so you
Yeah.
guys got to go to the ball? Is that the?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was his first concert out in LA. We also got to do Universal Studios,
Oh,
see
wow.
Mario World.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty legit trip.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And we have the World Cup obviously coming right around the
Mhm.
corner. Are you guys doing anything specific, special for that, or anything that works there?
I mean, I'd like to do some like World Cup stuff, I guess. Yeah, but we don't have anything right now.
There's some talks.
Sure.
We can report on it this
Yeah.
year.
Sure.
He also last summer. You want to talk about that at all? Or NDA? Are we not?
I don't know what you're talking.
What you did last summer? You don't remember? That has to do with soccer.
Oh, I don't know. Can we? I don't...
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Just keep your
Yep.
Keep
Sure.
your-
Keep your eyes
keep your
peeled
eyes
for
peeled. He does it.
maybe something soccer related on the horizon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. He had to sign NDAs, and he is very strict about that. On the days that Barry wasn't on set, he was like, "I can't even tell Dad. He's not here. He can't."
Yeah. That's so
Figure
cool.
that.
That's awesome.
That is
So,
incredible.
and
That's so fun.
anyways, another after the fact will come out. We'll share that story with you, because we could talk about that for a whole hour.
Yeah.
Love it.
Some really cool things, people that we have no business talking to, or just really cool things are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. Well, do you want to jump into rapid fire?
Yeah. Let's hop in, and if you don't have an answer, not a big deal.
That's okay.
All right. First question: what's your go-to lunch spot, and what are you ordering when you get there?
There's this one restaurant near us called Plaza Mariachi that we like to go to a lot. It's like a Mexican restaurant, and my go-to is probably like the Burrito Rio Grande is what it's
Okay.
called.
Nice. That's a
Nice.
newer place, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Over in like Creekside
Yeah, it's
Plaza.
a
Yeah,
different
I
set,
just
yeah.
heard about that the other day. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That area is so cool.
Yeah.
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 Just all the expansion out that way. And I definitely don't get out that way enough to try all the new restaurants that are going in. So I'm going to have to make a special
Make a
trip
stop.
out there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll check it out.
Especially if you have kids, because the boys will like order their food and then go out to the green space
Yep.
and like play ball or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Quinton, you're 15, so you haven't experienced a ton of this yet, and you might have a different answer than us older people. But what's your favorite Kansas City tradition? And it's okay to say Chiefs Super Bowl parades.
I don't really know of any like Kansas City traditions right now, but
That's fair. What's maybe your favorite thing to do in Kansas City?
I like playing baseball a lot. I don't know if that's like that Kansas City related, but
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I believe I've seen some pictures with you and Bob Kedrick of the Negro League Museum. Saw
Yeah.
some of those recently. So that's,
that's
that's a pretty cool experience. Bob's a great guy. So super fun. All right. All right. You've lived in Northland your entire life. If you had to choose one other part of Kansas City to live in, do you have a spot you go to?
I don't really know.
North
Yeah.
Line through. What about you, Julie? Any other parts considered?
Love what we're living with right now.
That's fair.
And I feel like I live North Kansas City, Liberty, North.
Yeah,
I just really love our specific home.
for sure.
Life changes.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Need more space for printers? You never know.
Exactly.
That's right. All right. So you guys have a free Saturday in Kansas City, which I'm sure does not happen very often. How are you going to spend it? What are you going to do?
One place I like to go to is this card store, like near Liberty, called The Warehouse.
Okay.
And I usually like invite some of my friends, and we'll go to the card store. Yeah.
Maybe some baseball cards?
Yeah, baseball
Oh,
cards.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Baseball cards and Plaza Mariachi, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. That sounds like a great way to spend
Saturday.
Saturday. I mean, I'm 38, and that sounds like a great way to spend Saturday. So, hey, fair enough. All right. So just go ahead, Julie.
Oh, I just feel like you also like with some of his funds that he from selling keychains,
Yeah.
he decided to start a wiffle ball league. So I feel like that's
Okay,
another
cool.
way to spend his Saturday to
Yeah.
do wiffle ball.
Mhm.
And his friends are all like really go getters, so they're like writing letters to our local legislation to like legislators to try to get a wiffle ball field.
That's
somewhere.
amazing.
So if anyone's watching and
Yeah.
wants to put in a wiffle ball,
Yeah.
Yeah. When you track, we had the mayor of North Kansas City on a few episodes back, so maybe
There we
we'll reach out to
Check him.
Jesse. Who's
Uh-huh. That's awesome.
That would be amazing.
Well, Quinton, where can people find you now? They're seeing some of the stuff. I don't think we mentioned this yet.
Yeah,
We'll put some
everything's
images up too
yeah,
on the
we'll
screen
put some
that
stuff
way.
out for people to see.
Yeah.
Keychains with the Kansas City Cast logo on them. So they've got all kinds of really cool stuff. So if people want to learn more about what you're doing, support the kind of causes you guys are supporting by supporting the business, how can they find you?
We have a website, 3q1prints.com, and we're also on like Instagram, Facebook. I think that might be it at 3q1prints.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being on today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been really fun watching the business grow over the last few years, and love what you guys are doing and what you're supporting our community. So thanks for being on. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for following along, guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.